As Richard Dawkins famously said, if we don't have gradualism, we're back to a miracle.
What's your best evidence against evolution?
Okay, well, it depends on what kind of evolution you mean. If you mean micro, I believe in micro.
Yeah.
But if you mean macro, molecules to man without intelligent intervention from the goo to you via the zoo, I don't think that's true, okay? And the reason I don't is not because the Bible doesn't mention it. It's because I don't think it works. I think there's evidence against it. Let me give you 4 quick ways to look at the macroevolutionary issue. And it's in an acronym, L.I.F E, L-I-F-E. L stands for limits to genetic change. For example, we know, breeders know, that they can't break the genus of, say, the canine. They can breed all sorts of dogs, as small as a Chihuahua, as large as a Great Dane, but they can't break that genetic limit. If intelligent minds can't break genetic limits, why do we expect non-intelligent processes to do so? And by the way, they've done the same things about fruit flies. They've tried to modify fruit flies, and what do they get? They just get mutated fruit flies. And they're using all of their intelligence to do it. They can't break genetic limits. That's the L. The I stands for irreducible complexity, which Michael Behe made famous back in a book from 1996 called Darwin's Black Box. In Darwin's day, he didn't know what was in the cell. Now we know the cell is just a blizzard of complexity that is so interconnected and complex that you can't modify one part without shutting down the whole cell. All the parts would need to be modified at the same time to have any function. It's irreducibly complex. And so it doesn't appear that gradualism works. And as Richard Dawkins famously said, if we don't have gradualism, we're back to a miracle. That's irreducible complexity. The F stands for the fossil record. The fossil record does not comport with gradualism. The fossil record, particularly the Cambrian explosion, which apparently occurred about 538 million years ago, according to their dating, was an explosion of 20 out of the 28 major body plans, the phyla, appear in the geologic strata just fully formed with no fossil precursors. Even Dawkins says it looks like they were just placed there. In other words, it comports better with a creation or intelligent design than it does a gradual process. If everything is ancestrally related and it went through all these transitionary forms, we should find millions of transitionary fossils, but we don't find them. And then the E stands for epigenetic information. Epigenetic information is the idea that you can't mutate DNA and get a new body plan. You have to have the structure change as well, and DNA doesn't change the structure. That's the epigenetic information. And this is a more recent discovery, and probably the best resource on this right now would be Stephen Meyer's book, either Darwin's Doubt or A Return of the God Hypothesis. Either of those 2 books will help you and expound all those areas, by the way. So limited genetic change, irreducible complexity, fossil record, and epigenetic information. And there are other reasons. I just don't think macroevolution works. And even if it does work, the very laws that drive it require a mind to drive it. So you're not getting rid of God, even if macroevolution is true.